Frothy Dog here. How are you? Yeah, I've been partying with you since '62. I bet you might not know that about me, that I'm a real old dog, because I'm so suave and debonair. I'll tell you what. Back in the '60s, I was at every cool fire hydrant that there was on both coasts. I'd be hanging out with French poodles in New York at the Copa, Ciro's with Lassie. I had it made. And, the frog shows up. He's got a banjo. Well, things worked out. We made a movie, had a television show. Life was great. Then Disney bought us. Now I live in a box. But that's showbiz. What? What? I'm out of the box.
He's out of the box and on tour. Hi, you guys. It's Guy. Let me put our best friend down here. Whoops. Oh, we have a catastrophe. It's just like the Muppet Theater. Oh, my goodness. Oh, who's here? Who just fell? I'm discombobulated. It's comedy. We know. Hi, guys. Obviously, I am not a Muppet performer. Or maybe I'm the worst one there ever was. I don't really know. Never had to perform the Muppets, though. All I had to do was write them and draw them for the whole wide world. And I wanted to just come on live and tell you how much fun it is these days to be out on tour and getting to meet you all. A funny thing happens when you've been writing and drawing at this drawing board over here for, about 50 years. You guys grew up. You had kids. And you all love the Muppets. And I'm so glad you do. Jim was a very, very dear friend of mine. Let me show you something. Hey, Kristina, let me have this source again. So, guys, this is where we are. This is actually the exact same desk. This is a big light table that I've been using to draw on since the 70s. There's Jim up there. There's Jim and Frank. That little thing right there, that little thing between the green lamps, that's a note from Jim about the White House. I'm surrounded by all this neat stuff when I'm home. I'm gonna pass this back to Kristina. That's good. Oh, by the way, here, this is Kristina.
Hi.
Yeah, she doesn't have her beret today. Yes,
Left
her
it at home.
directing beret. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
We wanted to come on and just say hi to all of the subscribers and all of our new subscribers. I don't think we've ever done a YouTube live. I've been on a lot of other YouTube lives when we've been at conventions and appearances and that sort of thing, but we've never done one. So now we have. I wanted to just come on and tell you a couple of cool things that have happened. So Kristina has been uploading a whole bunch of videos, and I hope that you will share them with your friends and let them know about me and my connection with the Muppets. I had a wonderful time a weekend ago in Boston. I got to hang with Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard's daughter, and of course a fantastic actress and director. And I got to thank her, her dad through her, and then her husband Seth and they sent the video on to Ronnie Howard for me, thanking him for doing such a wonderful job on Idea Man. Uh, you know, I've been around for all of these years, and I started doing the comic for Jim, auditioning for it. I started doing it in '81. My audition lasted 10 months, so that meant that I started working for Jim and auditioning for Jim in 1980. And I forget that it's been so many generations now, and people are starting to forget who Jim Henson is. I don't like to say was, because he lives. He lives on in each and every one of you, all of the Muppet Kids. You're the reason that this flame, this love, this light, this magic is going to continue by you showing your kids and your friends the magic of the Muppets and the magic that Jim made. I got to be a part of that magic for 10 years. After going out and visiting, I went out and visited Brian and Lisa's studio, the Jim Henson Company out in La Brea, which I just found out yesterday they're going to sell it. They're going to consolidate the Creature Shop and everything, and so they're figuring that all out. They're going to stay a tenant there, but they are eventually going to sell it. That's the same place that was once Charlie Chaplin's. Then Red Skelton owned it. It's gone through quite a few people, and it was A&M Records where the Carpenters recorded and all of that. But anyway, I went out there, and I was visiting friends. I was doing the LA Comic Con, visiting friends. I went over to visit over at La Brea, and the Disney tour came through. And there were these artifacts, they were calling them, pieces of the New York office, which was at 117 East 69th. And the tour guide, bless him, he didn't really know what he was looking at. He just had some notes, this was in the office. So I turned to my friends and I said, I wouldn't be stepping on anybody's flippers or anything if I kind of waved my hand and said, hi, I'm Jim's cartoonist, I'm at the Smithsonian, blah, 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 blah. I've worked with them for 10 years, we did the Muppets for 150 million people, that kind of thing. I won't say all that, but I'll just is it okay if I say I'm Jim's, original cartoonist of the Muppets, and can I explain a little bit about 117 East 69th Street and all the magic that happened there? And they're going, yeah, get up there, do that, that'll be great. So anyway, so I did. And then the guy said, can I record this? So I talked quite a bit about 117, where these artifacts were, and I walked out of there with two feelings. Thank you for letting me visit the new digs. Well, they're not new, they're 20, they're, Brian and Lisa, Cheryl and Heather have been there a long time now, but I still call it the new place in LA. And for letting me talk a little bit about being with Jim in New York and the things that we did. A lot of that gets touched on in Idea Man, some doesn't. I came home from that trip and said, before I leave this planet, I want to write all that stuff down. All the stuff, how Jim changed me, our times together, the projects that we worked on, what he said to me, what our relationship was. I want to talk about Jerry Jewell, Frank Oz, Jerry Nelson, Michael Frith. You'll see, if you watch Idea Man, you'll see Michael fairly briefly. But Michael was such an incredibly important part, and he really was Jim's partner in New York. And when Jim would be in London, it was really Michael that was allowing everything to flourish, Muppet Mania to flourish. Michael created Fraggle Rock along with Jocelyn Stevenson and Jim. And I want to tell everybody, the whole world, of all of this stuff. So Kristina's been working with me. That was why she came on board the team last year to work with me on a book that I'm calling Jim Henson, The Muppets and Me. And it'll be out sometime this year. We're almost done with the first draft, and then we'll see how many drafts, happen. In the meantime, I tell, a lot of stories in these videos that we do on YouTube and all through social media and all of that. I'm not the hero of this story. When you write a memoir or an autobiography, or when you're even in videos, now on social media, the person that's in front of the camera is usually the hero. I'm not. I'm a very blessed guy who got to work with Jim and other amazing, amazing magic men and women. And my life has been blessed with them. And that's what I want to write about. That's what I want to talk about. We have a lot of advice that we throw your way in case you're interested in advice from an old guy that did a few things. And again, I'm not the hero. I'm hoping you are. And the reason that I know the things that I know is because I've gone through the things that I've gone through. And just like any dad or granddad, I don't want the kids to have to go through what I go through, except the things that are going to make them stronger. And nobody's path is the same. I've had a great, great path. It's been a lot of ups and downs, and there have been a lot of, terrible, terrible times. But then when you look back on them, you reflect. Sometimes it's years later, and sometimes it's just like a week later, and you realize exactly why that was in your path, and the door that opened because of it. We can take things either way. We can be anytime that something didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out. The universe had a better present coming on down the road for me. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and say hi. We have never done a live on YouTube. And so, and after this one, we just may never do another one.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Are people able to comment and stuff like that on these things? I don't really know.
We've got a couple of comments.
Oh, okay.
Michaela, just well wishes. Michaela1687 said hello. JP, Mr. Rocky T said hi. And Colt Boy 82 also said hi. So just some well wishes.
Well, hi.
Hi.
Hi. There we go. Well, hey guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. So this is my drawing table. I don't really have anything. What am I going to do next? Oh, I'm drawing a picture of Beaker. You won't be able to really see it. It's really, 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 really light. But since you've been here all of this time, I'll show you some art that I've finished. Here. Let's pick up this book. Yeah, see, so we're going on tour. We'll be in Denver next weekend. It's a big, big show in Denver, Colorado. And see, so I do these books with all sorts of artwork of the Muppets and other things, Jim. Because I think of these tours as like it's like a concert from like an 80s band, where, you go to the show and you want to hear, you not only want to hear the greatest hits, but you want to hear that band absolutely smash them for you, like they've never done them before. So besides having prints and all of that kind of stuff, and plushes for me to sign and whatnot. Oh, here. Oh, so this is Princess Bride, and I did it. I liked it so much I did it twice. I did one in color, and then one in this sort of Conti cram. You like that? A few Piggy and Kermits. Let's see if I have a color one. Do I have a color one? Oh, and there's Sam the Eagle and Rolf the dog. Anyway, there's a few of the things that I've been drawing over the last couple of days. And if you've, been here this long, let me grab this, and hopefully it's completely out of tune. Yeah, it probably is. Oh, it's okay. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and I hope that you'll come and visit us out on tour. We have the coolest new tour thing, you guys, where we've brought Kermit and Rolf and the Muppet Theater set up. And if you'll go over to the website, which is guygilchrist.com, or go find me anywhere, and there's a link tree on here. So what do you need? More of a map? It's a very easy GPS to get over to the website and see where I'm going to be. I posted today something on one of the sites that was talking about how it's so fun to come out and visit with you now. Because, for almost 50 years, 47 years it's been, I had multiple daily deadlines, which means write and draw on command every single day for 47 years. If that sounds like a sort of like a life sentence, it kind of is. It's a creative life sentence, but you're doing it, and it's very, this is what you do for a living, and so you're loving that. When you're doing that, it's a very solitary thing. Even when you have a team, it's really just you and your board and you're writing stuff. So now being able to come out and tour and draw what I want and write what I want on my time. And by the way, I'm the worst as far as like horrible bosses. I'm like the most horrible boss. If you don't like work, but I do like work. And I have the best fiance, Mary. I've got the best kids, the best grandkids, the best team. Well, besides, Miss Beret over there.
I try, okay.
You do. I have an incredible team, Kristina, Angie, Rich, and then Tom, Amanda up in Connecticut. And everybody has been working so hard. And like Jim says, making the magic is hard work. It requires hard work. But, hard work can be fun. And we try to make it fun. But they've been working very, very hard. They've been putting all of the books, like the Tiny Dinos and Just Imagine and Nightlights and all of that good stuff from the 80s, the 90s. And they're putting it up on Apple and Amazon Kindle, and they're all restored and all of that. And I don't say shameless plug because I have no shame. Buy stuff. I'm a professional. Go buy it. It's really good. I worked hard on it. I'm not shaming at all. I'm plugging. I'm a carnival barker, you know? You don't even know what that is. That's that guy that, you know, the guy that, you know, stands outside the freak show, you know, saying, you know, come on in and see the two-headed, well, Muppet, right? We love the two-headed monster in Muppet World. That's worth a quarter. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you'll come out and visit and see me on tour. And if you haven't watched Idea Man, please do. The book, my book, will be out later on this year, and that's going to be on Amazon, and we're going to do an Audible version and an Amazon and Apple, and also an audio book version. And we'll see about maybe doing a some sort of a printed edition. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I love you guys so much. The joy in my life has been making you happy.